Dear students, how are everyone? I hope everyone's doing well. Well, I decided to give you this small lecture uh, to talk about the questions I published on Facebook group. These are the questions, and maybe most of you think that these questions are difficult, yet if you concentrate, you'll find them pretty much easier than what you think. Well, now let's start with the first question. The first question says, choose the acceptable translation and state why other choices are wrong. Choose only 3 with 9 marks, 3 for each one. The first one reads: دعا السيناتور الديمقراطي ريتشارد دوربن إلى إجراء تحقيق مستقل في المعلومات المسربة. Okay, here we have the main verb is دعا and the subject is السيناتور الديمقراطي ريتشارد دوربن, and the other verb is المسربة. In fact, it's not here it's not a verb, it's an adjective. Well, it's a passive voice in English, yet it's not a verb in Arabic. So, starting with the first one, Democratic Senator Richard Durbin asks. See, here the verb asks, we have the S referring to the present tense. So the first sentence is incorrect because its verb is present. So the answer will be, the first sentence is incorrect because its structure is incorrect, because the verb is in a present tense while the original is in past tense. This is for the first one. The second one, Richard Durbin, the Democratic Senator, asked. Here the verb asked is correct, for independent investigation about the leaked information. This is correct. The third one, the Democratic Senator Richard Durbin asked, okay, upon here we don't have an original. We don't have any reference in the original sentence, so ask upon gives a different translation from the original one. The third sentence is incorrect because there is a semantic mistake, which is using a word without an reference in the original sentence. This is for the first one. So the second one, B, is the correct one, and the first one has structural problem because the S here, and the third one has a semantic problem because upon here has no reference in the original sentence. This is for the first one. The second one, I watched lots of movies, so just try to concentrate with me. Every time we see a sentence, we check for the verbs, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 verbs, and the doer of the verb, the action, the process, the doer of the process. Here the doer is I, watched in the past tense, lots of movies, and read also. The verb reports about these strange and interesting subjects. So here we have 2 verbs and the subject is I. In Arabic, as we know, that the verb precedes the subject. So here أشاهد is in the present simple, not present continuous, be careful. This is the present simple form. So the first sentence is incorrect. Starting from the first word, it's incorrect because we have a structural problem, or the incorrectness here, because the structure is different from the original sentence. Also we have أقرأ which means I read, not I read. This is for the first one. The second one شاهدت. This is correct. الكثير من الأفلام وقرأت. It's also correct. العديد من التقارير عن هذه المواضيع الغريبة والمثيرة. This is correct. The third one is أشاهد. Also, as we see here, also أشاهد is incorrect because present tense. كثير من الأفلام. Also we have كثير, not الكثير. This is semantical incorrectness. أقرأ also here. And we have in the same time, or here في نفس الوقت. We don't have في نفس الوقت in the original sentence. So the third one has 3 mistakes, which is structural and semantic. In structural we have أشاهد and أقرأ. This is structural. And كثير ليس الكثير. And في نفس الوقت in the same time has no reference in the original sentence. So the correct one is B. Now for the third one, it was raining. I was coming back from faculty. It was raining. Past continuous. I was coming. So we have 2 verbs here and 2 subjects. This first one, it. The second one is I. Okay. Here, as we can see that there were 2 actions at the same time. The first action, the raining. The second action is the coming back. So, as you can imagine that I was coming back from faculty meanwhile it was raining. So, بينما كانت تمطر. We have بينما here. بينما تمطر, which is incorrect. كنت أعود, also incorrect. من الكلية. So بينما here we don't have it in the original sentence. We don't have while or meanwhile or when. تمطر has no reference for the past. We can say was raining. كانت تمطر to be correct. And كنت أعود. أعود is incorrect because أعود فعل مضارع, present tense. So the first one is incorrect. كانت تمطر, the second one. وأنا كنت عائدا من الكلية. Here كنت عائدا غلط, missed wrong because عائدا cannot come with كنت. لا يمكن أن تأتي كنت مع عائدا. كنت عائدا, this can be used only in past perfect. This is a past perfect. So كنت عائدا, which means that فعل العودة كان قد انتهى أو تم, فهي تكون الفعل تمام. So the second one is incorrect. The third one, كانت تمطر خلال عودتي من الكلية, which is the most accurate and correct one. This one is correct. Why? So as we said, first one has a structural problem and semantic problem. The second one has a structural problem and both verbs, processes. And the third one is the correct one. Okay. Now for the fourth one, وصف مارك وارنر الخبر بقوله إذا كان الأمر حقيقة فوصف على الكيان الاستخباراتي. وصف is the original verb and the subject is Mark Warner. Here, Mark Warner. الخبر بقوله, saying that إذا كان الأمر حقيقة, we have كان here. هنا جملة اسمية. Now we have this nominal sentence. So you know what should we use with the nominal sentences as I explained the lectures. فهو also صفحة الكيان الاستخباراتي. Mark Warner. So the فاعل here, the subject here is Mark Warner. I have two. Here we have a reported speech. So we have two sentences. The one in between the brackets, and the first one is the reference or the person who is quoted. So Mark Warner described here is correct the issue. If it is true, then it is a slab, then it is a. So here is and is, because both sentences are nominal sentences, جمل اسمية باللغة العربية, so turn to be is and is. A slab for the intelligence entity. The second one, let's not make a decision about the first one. Let's see the second one and then we decide which one is the most accurate one. Mark Warner is describing. Here the second one is incorrect because is describing is present continuous, while the original one وصف, which is past simple فعل ماضي. So is describing is incorrect, so the second sentence is incorrect. If it is true, then it is a slab for the intelligence entity. The rest of the sentence is correct, so we have no problems. Only we have one problem, which is the structural problem with the verb. This sentence uses the present continuous, while the original one uses the past simple. And so this sentence is inaccurate because it has a structural problem. Okay. So the third one, Mark Warner described here is correct the issue, said that. Here, said here is a verb, which means he said that, while in the original بقوله, قول is not a verb. Here قول is a noun. In this case, we describe what is he saying, what is he saying, or his saying is this and that. So said is incorrect. This is a structural problem. If it is true, then it is a slab for the intelligence entity. So the third one is incorrect because it has a structural problem using said, which is incorrect. The second one is describing, also is incorrect. So the first one is the correct one. This is concerning for the first question. The second question, so as you can see, the first question it's very easy, simple of you if you concentrate. It took me almost 5 or I think 10 minutes to solve the first question. Maybe it'll take you 20 to 30 minutes to figure it out. Well, for the second question, the function of the sentence depends on the meaning of the lexical items and the grammatical relations inside the sentence. Explain the cases that affect the function and can change the meaning of the English sentence. This is 13 marks for this question. This question is from your lectures. I think the second lecture, which is let's see now here. Yes, here is it. Second lecture, meaning and structure. The function of a word sentence depends on structure, semantic, and all the aspects. So The function of the sentence depends on the meaning of the lexical items and grammatical relation of the sentence. We will have to talk about all these cases. The man chased the tiger chased the man. Both sentences are the same. We have, I think, 4, 1 case, 2 cases, 3, 4 cases, and we have sentence negation, distinguished from local negation, where only elements of the sentence is negated. The clause as a whole is not negated. I think you remember this lecture. This child is not unintelligent, he is intelligent, as you remember, I think so. And we keep on explanation. They live not far from here. They live near, maybe one example is enough for this local and sentence negation. And word level difference and phrase level difference also is required. These things are observable. These are the differences between the use from Arabic to English. They are observable. Here translated into من الممكن ملاحظتها, one word into 3 words. I guarantee to you the ease of access to the references. أضمن لك سهولة الوصول للمصادر. Here we have only 3 words. In English we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words became only 3 words. Up till here, and phrasal is not required from you. The third question reads: read the text truly and answer the following questions. Choose one text and answer all questions. 19 marks. Here we have 3 requirements within one question. You have 2 texts, text A and text B. You can choose either A or B and answer the questions above here. The 3 requirements. These are the 3 requirements. Now, I'll explain the first text in accordance with the questions. Now, first of all, the first sentence is the topical sentence. Depend on it to correct any wrong sentences within the text to preserve typicality and context, coherence and cohesion. Correct any structural mistakes. What is required from you is to rewrite the corrected text. 6 marks for this requirement. Now, this is the first sentence, typical sentence. This was the first time I has been to New Mexico since my father died. Here we have 2 sentences. This was the first time, which is the topic of the sentence, and this I has been to New Mexico since my father died is the comment of the sentence. So I has been to New Mexico since my father died will be the topic of the other sentences, the rest of the text, because as we explained earlier in the lectures, the comment of the first sentence is the topic of the rest of the sentences. So I has been to New Mexico since my father died is the topic of the rest of the sentences. By the way, you need to focus on been to. Been is not the verb. Been to here has a reference, semantical reference, which means that I have been to means went there for several times, and this is another time. Been to here in Arabic means yazur. By the way, the first sentence has a grammatical mistake, which is has. Here we cannot say use has with I, so we correct it into have. So I have been to New Mexico since my father died. This is the first one. Let's underline it. So the first structural mistake. This return brought so much back for me, for my. So my here also is incorrect. As you can see, that's the Microsoft Office refers to as grammatical mistake. Here we have we change it into me. This is the second one. So this return, which means here the subject here, this return refers to what? To being to New Mexico, which is correct. So the structure of this sentence is incorrect and using my instead of me. The coherence of the sentence is correct because the topic of the sentence talks about the comment of the first sentence, or the topical sentence, so it is correct. The third sentence, I was scared that my love for the place would be tainted by his death. I here refers to the same topic. I was scared that my love for the place would be tainted by his death. So the sentence is correct. Once there, the fourth sentence, once there, though I was relieved to realize that Albuquerque still brings me closer to my father. This sentence is correct. Once there, though I was relieved to realize that. So this is correct also. I thought I would feel his absence too acutely to enjoy myself, but instead his memory only enhanced our days. Here, our days is incorrect. My days. As you can see, it's not that much difficult, and there are only few mistakes. We don't have, I think we don't have any coherence or cohesion mistakes, and so this is all about the first requirement. 1, 2, and 3. Three mistakes for 6 marks. I think this is a very easy one. Now, translate the corrected text into Arabic. Preserve meaning. Now we have this question is 9 marks. As I explained earlier, my method in translating is very much easier and more accurate. So I will divide the text into sentences. These are the sentences, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences. So this was the first time. Here we have 2 verbs. First one is was, and the second one have. So to translate it into Arabic, we say that كانت هذه المرة الأولى. This is for the first one. The second one, second sentence here. I have been to New Mexico since my father died. كنت قد زرت. طبعا الأسماء لا تترجم. Names are not translated. So here we use and bracketed words to refer to the original one. New Mexico. منذ وفاة والدي. So to combine them, we say كانت هذه المرة الأولى التي زرت فيها المكسيك منذ وفاة والدي. Okay. Okay, now concentrate with me. كانت and زرت are both the verbs, and both of them are in the past, and both of them have a perfect reference. Okay, now this return brought so much back for me. This return brought, the main verb here is brought. So brought here جلبت أو أعادت. So we can say جلبت أو أعادت, لكنه أعادت is more accurate and better than جلبت. So أعادت هذه الرحلة العودة، أعادت هذه العودة الكثير إلي. Now الكثير إلي, from the other sentences we will understand what this return brought so much for me. I was scared that, see here, scared is the main verb, that my love for the place would be tainted by his death. Would be tainted. So we have also here two verbs. I was scared from something, which is that. I was scared of. I was scared here is the first sentence, and that my love is the second sentence. That my love. So I was scared. كنت خائفا. But I was scared from. I was scared that my love for the place would be tainted by his death. Now we need to know what does it mean. Tainted. Tainted. Now tainted, we don't know what does it mean, so we need to refer to the questions at the second page here. Tainted here means ملوث. So that my love for the place would be tainted. Now I recognize here that there is a problem. Have, you should put have after would, because would is an auxiliary verb that requires a base after it. So been is incorrect, so we use have been tainted by his death. Okay. Now I was afraid, I was scared, كنت خائفا, that my love for the place would have been tainted by his death. Tainted, as we knew, it's ملوث. So كنت خائفا from what? From كنت خائفا بأن حبي إلى المكان سوف. We cannot say يتلوث here. Use يتأثر أو يتغير. Prefer to يتغير. Some students will say that why you explained it on the lexical items here tainted as ملوث, while here you used يتغير. Because okay, tainted has many meanings. From the context you can understand that it doesn't mean that his death will contaminate or taint the place. Well, instead of that you understand that that my love for the place حبي إلى المكان سوف يتأثر أو يتغير بموتي. Okay, so كنت خائفا, let's correct it, let's finish it. كنت خائفا بأن حبي إلى المكان سوف يتغير بموته. Let's go for the fifth sentence. I think once there, though I was relieved to realize that Albuquerque still brings me closer to my father. Once there, I think I explained it. Once there كان هناك. Though I was here, the verb was relieved to realize, this is verb to be, that this is the second sentence. The work still brings me closer to my father. These are two sentences. Once there كنت هناك أو بالأحرى prefer to say that عندما وصلت. Later we will explain this. When we combine all the sentences or together, we will know how to combine them correctly and maybe change some words in order to make the text smoother and better. So once there, though, رغم ذلك عندما كنت هناك رغم ذلك عندما كنت هناك relieved ارتحت عندما شعرت بذلك. What is ذلك? ذلك is the coming sentence, which is as I said, names cannot be translated. We use this, the exact word. We take it here, Albuquerque still brings me closer to my father. لا تزال brings me here, bring يجلب, while here it means it brings me closer to my father means تقربني إلى والدي. Now for the last sentence, I thought I would feel his absence too acutely to enjoy myself, but instead, as you see, I thought here, the first sentence, would feel, here, it feel also a sentence, but instead is more only enhanced the other verb. So here we have three sentences. I thought, اعتقدت, I would fill his absence too accurately. Let's see what does it mean accurately here. بدقة أو تماما. Let's explain the sentence. I would fill his absence too accurately. سأكون أو سوف أشعر بغيابه بكثرة أو بدقة بحيث لو لن أستطيع أن أستمتع. So it means here اعتقدت, let's combine them, بأني اعتقدت بأن غيابه سوف يؤثر علي في أني سوف لن أستمتع. We can use another expression. Also we can say that اعتقدت بأن غيابه سوف يجعلني لا أستمتع. That's it. But instead his memory only enhanced my days. ولكن now we need to go to the verb. حسن أو محسن. ولكن بدلا من ذلك فإن ذكرى قد جعلت أيامي أجمل. We cannot say that enhance means حسنت أو جعلتها أحسن، لكنها جعلتها أجمل. Here this is a semantic use. We need to use the best word in order to reflect the best impression. So now we combine the sentences. Now understand that أعادت here this return أعادت هذه العودة الكثير. ماذا أعادت الكثير من الذكريات. You cannot say that الذكريات here is mentioned within the text, but الذكريات we can use it in order to enhance the text, preserve meaning. I will combine them later. كنت خائفا بأن حبي المكان سوف يتغير بموته. Now ارتحت عندما شعرت بذلك. أبكر لا تزال تقربني إلى والدي. Now اعتقدت أن غيابه سوف يجعلني لا أستمتع. And the last sentence will be ولكن بدلا من ذلك فإن ذكرى قد جعلت أيامي أجمل. Now this is the text. كانت هذه هي المرة الأولى. Now just concentrate with me. كانت هذه هي المرة الأولى التي أزور فيها نيو مكسيكو منذ وفاة والدي. أعادت هذه العودة الكثير إلي رغم أني Now you'll say that why رغم أني رغم أني كنت خائفا بأن حبي للمكان سوف يتغير بموته. This is instead of رغم ذلك، ولكني عندما كنت هناك ارتحت عندما شعرت بذلك. ذلك what is ذلك we used ذلك from that، ولكن ارتحت عندما شعرت بأن البكر لا تزال تقربني إلى والدي، واعتقدت بأن غيابه سوف يجعلني لا أستمتع ولكن بوقتي أو بالرحلة، ولكن بدلا من ذلك فإن ذكراه قد جعلت أيامي أجمل، أو قد جعلت هذه الرحلة أجمل. Now, from the answers of most of the students within the semester's exams that we did, I can see that most of the students don't know what they are writing in Arabic. Okay, you don't understand the English text, you don't know how to express it, but at least you have an Arabic text. You can explain it as you understand. You can write a good Arabic text. Let's say that you have only a bit of information on topical sentence. You know that this is the first time of someone have been to New Mexico since his father died, and you have the verbs, the processes of the other sentences, and the information. You can form a composition. Most of the students cannot form a composition in Arabic, 3 lines or 4 lines of a composition in Arabic. Well, in fact, it's much easier for them. Translating from English to Arabic, much easier from them, because they only need to understand the concept, the idea, and after that they will render the text into an Arabic text, which is I think it's very easy thing to do. Yet most of these students, as if they don't know Arabic language, their expression in Arabic is worse than expression in English, and this is a bigger problem. I hope that you will pass it this year and next year. Well, this is for the third question.